Well, the third night of the Democratic National Convention saw vice presidential nominee Tim Walz step into the spotlight, while tonight is all about Kamala Harris. CTV's Kamal Karamali has the following story. Kamal, good afternoon. So I do have to ask you this. What points did Tim Walz bring up in his acceptance speech?
Hi there, Bakari. So this was really a platform for Tim Walz to really have the world get to know him as he was thrust into the spotlight. And it really was in some ways his coming out party, as many around the world had a chance to have a listen to what he had to say regarding the Democratic platform at the National Convention. He spoke of freedom. That was the theme of the night, but it revolved around bringing freedom to the middle class when it came to healthcare, education, home ownership, and abortion. And what you're watching here was probably the most viral moment of his speech, where he addressed his family, told them that he loved them, speaking specifically of fertility struggles he and his wife faced, and that resulted in his son standing up and saying, "That's my dad." As you can see, the emotion and the number of tears that was shed that night. Also, he pushed forward the name Kamala Harris and her policies, quite often related to these issues, that she would cut taxes, take on big pharma, and make buying a home more affordable. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was also there. She was through her support behind Kamala Harris in a short speech. Former President Bill Clinton also spoke last night, largely of Harris being for the people, while Trump was being about me, myself, and I. And talk show legend Oprah Winfrey also spoke last night. She was one of the big names there. Have a listen to a snippet of what she had to say.
There are people who want you to see our country as a nation of us against them. People who want to scare you, who want to rule you, people who'd have you believe that books are dangerous and assault rifles are safe, that there's a right way to worship and a wrong way to love. People who seek first to divide and then to conquer. But here's the thing. When we stand together, it is impossible to conquer us.
And what you're seeing here is a live shot of the final night of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. And as we mentioned off the top, Kamala Harris is, the keynote speaker there. She's expected to lay out her personal story, the first woman president, and who would be the first woman of color also to become president as well. She's also expected to thank President Joe Biden for his decades of public service and speak primarily on her work as a prosecutor, defending victims of crime, and also focus on what the Democrats call a positive message, trying to contrast with what Donald Trump has been putting forward, sort of what they call a negative rhetoric around immigration and crime as well. Meanwhile, we know Trump will be at the Arizona border today. He's touting that the Democrats are weak on border security, so that he'll have the backdrop of the border there. And he spoke also last night for the first time, Bakari, in a public open setting since his assassination attempt, saying that the Democrats are going to cheat in this election and it's their job to stop it. So just some messaging from him as the DNC continues for the last night tonight with Kamala Harris speaking.
All right, CTV's Kamal Karamali. Thanks, Kamal.
You're welcome, Bakari.